has a Cloud, a counterpick Cloud. The Pocket Cloud is kind of coming back from the Smash 4 days.
Right.
New adjustments and all. But here we go, starting out on Battlefield, and Jeringas, you know, something he likes to do is set shop underneath the platform. It's very easy for him to be covered with that. He has an extra defensive option, and as you can tell, Law having a bit of a hard time to get in.
He immediately tried to rush in with a Nair there at the very beginning, and he is trying to stick as much as possible to Jeringas here. However, he's not getting as many openings as you would think, especially for a Pyra and Mythra here. And Jeringas is playing it really well, even in these close quarter situations.
Oh yes, you need to prevent Mythra from getting in. I mean, those neutral airs, they're gonna do so much damage to you, and as you can tell, he always tries to set up shop back underneath the platform, and when he has an opening, or rather when Law whips in front of his shield, you can see that up B coming through. It's not a bad idea to go for the Samus up B out of shield. He is now with a solid percent count for that to work, and not just eat a free punish. But stage control is going to be super important, and look, Law is actually pretty comfortable playing center stage.
Yeah, and he's kind of bringing it back now. He had a hard time, like, kind of getting in and capitalizing off of these openings, but he got a solid combo there, and he's evened it up, almost getting that stock with that downer, but no conversion there. But the backer actually gonna take out Jeringas' first stock.
There it is, and Jeringas was doing a really good job waiting for Law to come through, but when the switch to Pyra happened, well, that was pretty much curtains. Law recognized when he needs to use to either build up or just look for the kill. And Jeringas charging his charge shot a lot of. Usually, you see a lot more charge shot play from Samus players. Not always fully charging it, of course. It's a really solid neutral tool, but he has no shot. He has no chance to throw it out.
Right, it's just the speed of Mythra and the way he just closes in on the Samus. It's just way too fast for him to kind of set up or like bait with the shot at all.
And he tried to pull it through there. I mean, he tried to pull the trigger, didn't work. Law was on top of him, and the animation actually got canceled. But there's the final blow. That's the first stock from Law. And finally, we start to see some charge shot in play. And look at that, eating 45 up to 63 from just one interaction. And had he been a bit more brave, he could have waited and gone for the downer spike, because we have seen countless times how Mythra's just failed to recover through that side B. But this was not the case. Jeringas, however, slowly but surely building this one back up.
Yeah, but you gotta take those opportunities against Pyra and Mythra, man. If you don't take those opportunities, they're gonna come back on you. That pressure is insane. And just letting them back on stage. Oh no, the misplay from Jeringas, misinputs to the side B and falls to his doom. And now Law with a very sizable lead here, 77%. Only on Law, not close to kill percent just yet.
No, sir, but if this is any indication, we can now tell that Jeringas is playing kind of nervous whenever he sees Law on the ledge trap situations. I don't understand why he wanted to fast fall. Maybe he was charging something. I saw a rocket come through. But yeah, that was definitely the wrong option there. You want to be as certain as possible that you're going to make it back. And look, the charge shot still not finding its mark, now being shielded. So it's also a matter of timing, right? To really read your opponent and know when to throw it, because Law is more than comfortable just shielding on stage. There's nothing to worry about. That charge shot is very rarely coming into play.
Man, and it almost gets the frame trap there with the actual charge shot. That could have actually sealed the stock, but the forwarder is actually gonna not do it. I thought, oh, but the switch there, it actually snipes the switch with the charge shot and seals the stock. But very big lead here for Law, and Jeringas is kind of struggling now to like find his space that he loves to set up with the charge shot conversion, actually evening out the percentage quite a bit.
Yes, the percents are actually coming pretty close. Jeringas just needs to find a couple more of those conversions with the charge shot, and he could make this one even. He's trying to, or at least pushing Pyra and Mythra off stage a little longer so he can actually get those edge guards, but really, no chance. When Law is in center stage, I see him winning most occasions. Oh no, careful with this one though. Those are interactions that you don't want to be involved in. Jeringas, we already saw how he has D'd earlier on. He is playing a lot safer, but this percent is taking quite a while to build up. Oh, but
there it is!
You can just be devastating with your smashes!
Okay, so these offstage situations, all of these ledge trap situations against Samus were very scary because Pyra and Mythra don't have the best tools to recover on stage, and having to fight against a projectile character that can just snipe you from very far away can be very tough. They don't really have an answer for that, especially if you caught them without a jump. That's just it. They're gone. And right there, utilizing a little frame trap with the down B to forward smash him and just seal the stock. Incredible play.
I agree. I mean, that's some solid movement rates from Jeringas. He did learn a lot through the game, well, as the game went on. And now I guess we just have to wait and see if Law will stick to Pyra and Mythra, and he won't. I can barely see it, but there's the Chrom. Now he actually wants to play it a bit more rushdown heavy. Not that Pyra and Mythra don't have the tools for that, but I mean, just muscle memory, I guess. Like I told you, I had never seen Pyra and Mythra come from Law, and now we go back to the main, and of course he's not gonna play Luigi. I've heard how nightmarish that matchup is. It's not working out at the beginning though.
This game is starting out pretty much exactly the same how the last game started. Law couldn't really find the way in, even with all those rushdown tools, and Jeringas just played it very well on the defensive with those up Bs out of shield and just establishing his space with the projectiles and the charge and underneath the platform, as you said. And right now it's looking pretty dangerous for Law, but he actually makes it back to stage and tries to end it all with a forward smash.
And I will tell you earlier on, just a few weeks ago, in November 18th, well, pretty much a month ago, he did lose to Law in tournaments, where actually one of the Warlock Fighters hosted tournaments. Jeringas is the leader of Warlock Fighters, by the way. So he's organizing the premier series of weeklies in Mexico City currently, and so he does have a history of losing to Law, but as we saw, these sets are never 2-0 or something. He always manages to at least win a game, so we can say they're pretty even, and especially when you get these kinds of interactions where Law just misses the ledge completely. That's the first stock.
He had been going for those reversal up Bs to try to put the hitbox out on the ledge and hopefully knock Jeringas away with that up B, which is pretty strong. But I saw it coming. The moment I started seeing that he went for it repeatedly, I thought to myself, maybe he misspaces it, and that's gonna be it for Law, and lo and behold, it was.
Yes, indeed, Law getting a lot of pressure. Oh, but Jeringas with the wrong option here, tries to go for a grab, hoping for Law to run. Usually Samuses are really good catching that. They, make their opponent really scared, and they're like, okay, you're probably gonna run, so my grab is going to prevent you from escaping if they don't jump. But Law is much more of a trigger-happy player from what we see. Trigger-happy in front of the opponent, I should say, because he's not just throwing out projectiles, aerials like other characters, kind of like Roy. We usually have this meme of Roy players just hitting any ghosts on stage. Law is actually pretty conservative with his inputs if he is not in range.
Right, and actually, that's one thing I wanted to comment on. He is very good at picking his spots, and he makes the most out of these situations with his positioning and just the speed of it. Because Samus doesn't really have a good answer to big pressure if it's well spaced. Specifically, if it's well spaced, we've seen the up Bs out of shield to knock him away whenever he misses the spacing on these moves. But whenever Law actually, spaces his sword perfectly, the pressure is just too much for him, and you see it right there. He closes out the second stock really quickly.
Yes, sir, that Optal is going to do it, and Jeringas was eating a lot of percent as time went on. And similar to last time, I mean, we saw Jeringas SDing and then pulling this one through. Well, this seems to be the story for Law this time around, because he did SD, and now Jeringas is the one who can really get him off of him. This percent that he is building up, it's a lot of extra credit, of course, but you have to consider how long it's been since Jeringas actually won neutral, and that forward smash is going to do it, along with a very solid performance here in Game 2. That first game was just the read, that was just the adaptation, and now he's actually applying what he learned.
Right, and now we go on to a Game 3. I wonder if we're gonna see... I'm assuming Law stays the Chrom. It worked perfectly. The Pyra and Mythra was not bad. They were doing a very good job. It's just, I feel like the Law is just, it's his character. You can't You can't expect to do better with a different character. Even if Law is an incredible player, just the comfort he feels with that Chrom and rushing down and the pressure that he knows how to apply so well it's just working out perfectly so far in the set.
Yes, I agree. Jeringas, I don't think he's going to resort to another character. He is quite confident in his Samus. Always has been, and there we go. No characters.
Yeah, there we go.
If production's listening, I would like to ask you guys, is this best of 5 pools or best of 3 pools? That would be good to know.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll also tell you that Jeringas is here to replace Arifo, who is also a Warlock Fighters player, so, you know, no hurt there. It's team replacing team, but still kind of weird that he didn't show up. But we're now on Lilat's, and this is one of the rarer stages to see nowadays. You know, the propaganda seems to have won. A lot of people are like, wait, but Lilat's fine. Still, not many try to go here, and not many remember that it's in the rule set, so players like Jeringas can take advantage of that and bring their opponents here.
Yeah, I was actually taken aback to see Lilat at all. It's very, very rare to see, and I don't understand. I'm guessing because of the down B ledge traps for Samus, it would probably be very convenient because of they kind of rolled down the ledge, but Law doesn't seem to care too much. That this is actually giving him like a very small stage, so he can just run in very quickly and close the gap and just get these openings. And he gets the air dodge read. He waits after the jab to convert that into the first stock.
A Mexican standoff of sorts, but just waiting for Jeringas to land right in front of him. That's what I like about Law. He has been reading Jeringas', I would say, habits, because I mean, those air dodges from Jeringas, that's not the first time it's happened. Also, when he tries to retaliate, it's usually through that. I mean, either a very solid roll away from Law that he can also read, and of course, like we said, Law being pretty conservative with his inputs. That also allows him to have this really solid punish game on Jeringas. And so, Jeringas whiffing those charge hits once again. He is building up some percent though, so we might see Law losing his stock, but look at that. Like he waited on stage, he now waits on the ledge, and really just solid game control. He is the one that's dictating the rhythm.
Yeah, he's getting right through Jeringas' attempts at ledge trapping, and that's one of Samus' strongest points. So if you're negating that option for Samus, you're just living to like these percents, you know, 128, where like Samus had put you on the ledge, and again the same read, the same weight on that jab into the forward smash, sealing that second stock in the same fashion.
The very same habit that Jeringas was punished for earlier on happened again. And we might see a third one at this point, to be honest, because Law is always looking for that same situation. Put Jeringas off stage, force him to recover high, and then go for that panic air dodge into the forward smash. And as you can see, the percent builds up really quickly, but now Jeringas is the one to catch him. Almost the same, I should say, because it was pretty much the same trajectory. I just didn't see if it was an air dodge or not. But still, these guys are kind of committed to always killing on that same spot in the stage.
Right, you saw the slight overcommitment with that back air, try to catch him out of the morph ball form, like just like that. But that actually ended up costing him the stock. But he's not slowing down. This pressure is still going, and Jeringas just is not finding an answer to it. He needs to keep him away. As we said, Samus in these types of matchups where he's playing against a rushdown character, you're trying to get him as far away from him as possible, but he's just not making it. And that parry on the... No way he punishes the same habit twice, am I right? Yes, he does. But this time with another jab back air to seal out the stock, and they fist bump, so I think that's actually a best of 3.
Well, Jeringas stood up, so yes, that's the end of the set. This pool's phase is going to be played best of 3 in its entirety. Good to know. Now we can actually weigh in the matches, you know, how important it is to not lose a single match. And now it seems that we have a message from our very own Santa Claus over there on the couch, checking the nice and nasty list on his laptop.